Hi, everyone. This is Eric Miller, Senior Partner at Lighthouse. If you're watching this, you're in an exclusive group of intentional leaders who are using feedback to improve. By now, your rater group, which is always comprised of a self-rating, and most times your manager, your peers, and any direct reports. This group have provided you feedback, both quantitative and qualitative. This feedback makes its way to your personal Succeed dashboard. This short video will help you access, interpret, reflect on, and take advantage of the contents in your personal dashboard. I wanted to share the 6 C's behind Succeed. Based on what we know about change, there are 6 elements required. The first is context. Without context, it's difficult to navigate and understand the framework within which we're operating. Clarity. Obviously, having very clear objectives and clear measures, clear targets and goals about what success looks like. Capability. Every organization's strategy requires certain capabilities to be built at individual and team and even organizational levels. As you build capabilities individually, it's really a behavioral exercise. And the behaviors that demonstrate a capability are what we're interested in. Capacity. From a career progression standpoint, it's important to understand how ready you are to progress to the next level. Commitment. Here we talk about commitment to action, commitment to understanding the small changes needed that will result in a big difference. And finally, communication. Communication with your manager, with your team, with your peers. Communication is crucial and in most organizations sorely lacking. Just a little reminder. So there's 3 typical users of Succeed. Participants, and I expect many of you watching this video are participants. This is a way, a process, a platform that enables you to lead your own change. It's based on polling and provides you dashboards. It allows you to really take control of the process. Managers. As you align your team, provide them with the clarity they need to succeed, the context, the other things we spoke about in our 6 C's. It's a tremendously valuable tool and process to unlock conversations and really connecting people's understanding of their own behavior to the organization impact and achievement of the strategy. As a business, we summarize all of the content so it's anonymously presented. But when there's large groups working on the platform, working on making individual changes, we can sort and cut this data to allow the broader team to understand where there's remaining roadblocks, where we're having great success. And finally, with human resources and org development professionals, we can really measure progress against specific capabilities and development objectives. As a rater, the role of the rater is absolutely pivotal. Unless raters understand their role and take just the very few minutes needed to provide feedback, we don't have anything to work with. That's why we made it a simple system based on stars. Now, let's have a look at a dashboard. The first step is to actually access the dashboard. So you'll receive an email from Succeed Customer Care. The subject line is your personal Succeed dashboard, password setup. From there, it's relatively straightforward and like any other password setup that you used in any application. Once that's done, you access your dashboard. Let's have a look here. So this is for a professional named Claire. I'll just orient you to the overall rating summary. So you see in this case it's 7.05. Now that's on a 10-point scale. All of the star ratings convert in the background to a 10-point scale. And you can see we're looking at a few things. The text is a little bit small, but here we're talking about Claire's trend versus her own data. So each poll, you can see how you're trending. The second comparison is against the organization. And this is usually comprised of one or multiple cohorts who are all progressing in certain areas. Third, there's a baseline that's been set, so your score is compared against the baseline. Most times the baseline is done by a pre-training poll that takes place before any sort of development takes place. We want to understand our starting point, thus the baseline. And lastly, against what we call the Australian Leadership Index. This index is comprised of all leaders across industry and level for everyone who's on the platform. Now you can see for Claire that her overall score is comprised of 3 modules. The first is capacity. What is capacity? Capacity is a person's readiness to lead or take on larger roles. The second is commitment. Again, this is a commitment to taking small steps, small behavioral adjustments that will allow, in this case, Claire, to achieve her own and her organization's objectives more consistently. And finally, capability. So specific capabilities that Claire is focused on improving and the behaviors that other people are observing about that capability. So as Claire looks at her overall dashboard, it's comprised of those elements. Let's lens into capability. So you can see here that the 6.56 is across any number of capabilities. You can see that you can select 1 to 5, so some customers have just 1, some customers have up to 5 capabilities. This is the roll-up across all of the rater comments and experiences for those capabilities. Now remember, we're talking about observable behaviors. So you can see on the bottom right here, these are the specific behaviors that in Claire's role would demonstrate business acumen. Capacity. Now this is not always switched on, so if you don't see this in your dashboard, don't worry. But when we do switch it on, we use the capacity module in 2 ways. Firstly, to understand what are people thinking about this individual's development level and their readiness to progress to the next level in the organization. And second, what's this individual's alignment to company values? So oftentimes we'll use this as part of culture change or culture reinforcement programs. Outcomes. So this relates back to commitment. So you can see, if you can read this text here, this is about specific outcomes that the organization is trying to achieve and how well, relatively, people are observing Claire in her ability to contribute to those outcomes. And it's based specifically on very custom outcomes that each organization would define. It's very, very helpful for any professional to understand what his or her colleagues are seeing about them achieving outcomes. Now, that's all been the quantitative side of things. The qualitative comments are contained in the Insights tab. So when you activate your dashboard, you'll eventually make your way to the Insights tab. You'll click on the feedback in a particular time period, and then you'll click on the actual polls. So you'll be able to see, it is anonymized, other people's feedback related to your capacity, your capability, your outcomes. This is tremendously helpful for lots of reasons, but one reason is that if you're focused in one direction and you're getting a couple of stakeholders who are encouraging you to focus in other directions or really re-emphasize something, 1, you may want to take their feedback on board and make a change, or 2, you need to have a conversation with those people. And this is all about communication and all about feedback. I hope that's been a helpful walkthrough. We found that this process absolutely works. We look forward to working with you as you continue your journey and progression.